A booty call is when somebody shouts out a type of food and you have to respond with what's in it.
Basically like a break time or like a jog to go run and grab food real quick.
It's when someone invites you over to cook for you. So they're going to make you some food. Like a booty call, but foodie food.
Foodie Call! Welcome to Hale's Foodie Call. We're in Lewisville, Texas today at the home of Al and Michelle Lucia. They're the grandparents of 8 grandkids throughout the U.S., and 2 of them are staying with them this weekend. They're staying with them while their parents are on a hiking trip in the great Northwest, my neck of the woods. Let's get out of this heat and go meet them. Hi! I bet you're Cecily.
Yes.
Are your grandparents home?
Yes, 1 minute, let me get them.
Okay.
Hey,
Al, Michelle, how are you?
Good to see you.
Hey,
how are you?
Good. You ready for a foodie call?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. The meals that you have, what would be a typical meal that you'd have here?
Typically, maybe chicken, grilled chicken, vegetables, fruit, starch.
What are your specialties?
Making sauce. It's a full day adventure.
We call it gravy though. The true Italians call it
Right.
gravy. But nothing too crazy.
What are some of the things that you've tried?
Oh, I've tried to make chicken dishes that are just that would have tomato. I like a lot of tomato stuff, various kinds of tomato, but I don't really pretend to know much about seasoning and really what I'm doing, to be quite honest. So it's really an experiment.
Do you do a lot of home cooking?
I'll
Or is
try every once in a while, but mostly home cooking, I would say, don't you?
Michelle is a bit of a throwback to a different era when people actually cooked and made things from scratch. And she does that quite a bit.
Excellent. Traditional.
On Christmas Eve, our whole family comes over here, and we have 9 different kinds of fish.
9 different kinds of fish?
It's a tradition, but we have schmelts and oysters and tilapia, all these different kinds of fish. I think it's an Italian thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
If it involves food, there's a good chance it's an Italian thing.
So, yeah, but she does a really good job. Oma does a great job cooking all the fish and with different kinds of seasonings, and it's interesting.
All right. How about desserts? One more question.
She makes really good desserts.
What does she make?
Pineapple upside down cake for Goomba's birthday every year. It's so delicious.
Wow.
And homemade cookies during Christmas time.
Yes.
8 different kinds.
8 different kinds from scratch.
I'm going to have to come back for Christmas.
Absolutely.
I know. It's
See, that's why I meant she's a throwback.
All right. Well, this is going to be fun. Real interesting.
Great.
You ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Terrific.
Here in the freezer,
Uh-huh.
we have...
Wow, look at all those great blueberries.
My mother picked all those blueberries at my grandmother's farm. So
Wow.
those are all this season.
Okay.
We've got catfish,
I'm feeling
chicken.
inspired.
Catfish, chicken.
Uh-huh. Okay.
In here we have meat-wise. In here I've got a pork loin, some ground sirloin, eggs, some fresh corn, cantaloupe, strawberries, green apples, cherries, nectarines,
Excellent.
some pine nuts, almonds,
Okay.
carrots,
Mm-hmm.
some sweet peppers,
All right.
tomatoes, jellies, butter, condiments,
All right.
dressings, soy sauce.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then over here is the pantry.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Wow. It's stocked very nicely.
Well, we've got up on the top here would be some condensed soups, tomatoes, tomato paste, pineapple, chicken broth, beef broth, lots of olives. Then here we have some pastas,
Okay.
rice, rices, bread, cereal. There are lots of different types of vinegars, some different types of oils, oyster sauce, potatoes, onions. Oh, and the spices.
The spices, yeah. I think I got it.
Okay.
I'm ready to get started.
I'm ready to see what you create.
Okay.
Okay.
Go relax now.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Well, my first thought is to do something very homey. I mean, being over your grandparents' house, I remember when I was a kid going over my grandparents' house, there was always some really good home cooking. But now I'm actually having a little bit of a conflict in that we'll have the grandkids over. On the other hand, you might want something a little more hip. So I'm going to choose as a theme, homey and hip, or hip and homey. Now I'm going to look for the inspiration to accomplish that. Let's see what we have. Right away, first of all, definitely this pork loin. I mean, that's gorgeous. And you can go so many different directions with pork loin. You could just do just a very home cooking roasted pork loin, or you could do something Asian, grill it, and I'd love to do that, but I remember Al mentioning to me earlier that his grill is on the fritz. He's in between grills. So we probably can't grill that, but we can probably do something Asian inspired. Or I also remember I have an old friend, Vi Sacco, and she was from Puerto Rico, and she made this great garlic and olive stuffed pork loin. So we might go that route, we'll see. Let me see what else we have. Those blueberries rather, gotta do something with that. Got to do that. These are just magical. I'm thinking maybe some individual cobblers. We had the individual little cups there. I think we might go that direction. I don't know, maybe a corn pudding. These pecans, look at that, that's gorgeous. These peppers are sweet. They won't be hot, so I think the girls will be able to manage that. Some carrots, some gorgeous tomatoes. Let me see what we have in the freezer. Chicken again? I don't think so. Some catfish fillets. Oh, and some shrimp. Giving me ideas. I'm going to visit the pantry over here and see what we got going. Oh, and here we got some almonds and craisins. Okay, some oyster sauce. I'm going to go one more time back here because I see some soy. Grab this. No, I'm going to grab the lime juice, not the lemon juice. Well, I have an Asian corner. I have peppers. These great pecans, Italian parsley, the olives, green olives here. And I have some shrimp, catfish, pork loin, and some fresh corn on the cob. I think I found some inspiration here that will help me achieve a hip and homey meal, but you're gonna have to come back and find out what that is. You're watching Hale's Foodie Call. You're watching Hale's Foodie Call. All right, I think we have our inspiration. The pork loin. There's so many directions you can go with this. A friend of mine, Vi Sacco, she's from Puerto Rico, and she taught me this great way of making it, stuffing pork loin with olives and peppers and so forth. I might use a little bit of that inspiration, but we're going to start off with the pork loin. The corn, I think we're going to do some either kind of a variation of a corn pudding and corn grits with corn in them, fresh corn in them. So we'll do something along that line. And using these blueberries out of Michelle's grandmother's garden, I think we're going to do some cobblers. All right, so we're going to get started. Start off with this pork loin. And now what I'm going to do is stuff it. My Aunt Laura does this. Stuff it with garlic, fresh garlic, and some of those peppers for our flavors. And rinse that off. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the saucepan. And I'm going to put the fat side up so as it bakes, the fat will bake down in it, crisp up, and keep the loin moist. And what I'm going to just do is score the loin. Actually, if I go the same direction, so that as we slice it, it'll go the same way. And in these punctures, I'm just going to put in a variety of the garlic and pepper just sporadically. And then we're going to go through the spice cabinet over there and do a rub. This is going to be delicious. You could do just so much with pork loin too. It's very versatile. the other white meat. Can be very low in fat, stays moist. I might do a little bit of an Asian influence in it because I think that still will go well with the apples. Maybe something with some brown sugar. And I'm just slicing pieces of garlic that'll just fit right into it. All right.
All right. I've got basil.
Basil. Smells great. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that's enough mint.
Yes. Terrific.
Also, forgot I had that.
Oh, definitely need that rosemary. That's
Okay,
great.
and they're actually Fresno chili peppers.
Okay.
Jalapenos. I have
Okay.
the canned if you want.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thank you much. Wow. Okay, we have this rosemary here. Just stuff these in the hole as well, in the different pockets that we've created. All right, I'm just going to continue to chop and stuff the pork loin with all the various peppers here. We had the red pepper, here's a banana pepper, a little baby banana, a little baby, it's really cute here, bell pepper, a yellow pepper, and some orange peppers here. They're very sweet, so we're going to have a variety of pepper and flavors. And then I have a celery stalk here, and we're just going to finish up with that. Then I'll show you the ingredients, and we're going to rub on the outside of it and get this into the oven. Another thing.
Hey, how's it going in here?
Hey, all right, dude.
Wow, is this what it looks like?
Yeah.
I've never been in here before the food was finished. This is called preparation.
This is prep, yeah, that thing that happens before you get to eat.
Very nice.
Yeah. Right now I'm just chopping and stuffing this pork loin with a variety of peppers. How do you feel about doing a little bit of chopping?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try anything. Psychic thing going on.
Okay, all right. Well, why don't you grab a knife?
Okay.
One that works for you. And actually, if you will cut this into just kind of little dice, and that's a celery stalk there. And I'm going to give you that pepper as well, and I'll do this pepper.
I've seen them do this. They like rock the knife.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
cool or what? I think I
Yeah.
can. Is that like that?
You got that rhythm now?
Yeah. Is that small enough?
No. But that's where you're going to start.
matter
Then
of
after
fact.
that, then you can do that rock thing and chop it up. Actually, this is what I would do.
Uh-huh.
If I can show you, I
Sure.
would just actually start with some slices there, like that, and then do another one, kind of going like that, and then do your rock.
All right.
Got that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That looks really good, Al.
Thanks.
I think you got this under control.
Okay.
I think I can get started on the blueberry cobblers.
Yeah, I had a thought about that, by the way. My granddaughter Tiffany would love to be involved in that. If that works for you.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see if I can
Okay,
get her.
cool. Yeah.
We have
Hey.
Haley has a surprise for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about doing a little baking?
I love baking.
Do you?
I mean, I don't do a lot of baking, but I think it's fun.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Yeah.
Could you get us a cup of water and put ice in it?
Ice water, got it.
Ice.
You never measure?
I never measure. The only thing that I measure when I bake is a cake, because that's the one that you want to get exact.
Right.
Otherwise, it could be kind of dry. But that looks about right. Maybe 2.5 cups. Perfect. And just put that on the side there. And you get over here because, as I said, you're going to get your hands dirty.
Is that better?
No, that's shortening.
What's the
Vegetable shortening. This is butter comes from milk and is churned, and this is from vegetable. It's the fat from the vegetables.
Like healthy fat?
No, there could be some saturated fats in this. Yeah, but it says 50% less than butter. So there
Okay.
we go. So we're going to use about 3/4 of this, and again, I just pinch in there. And do you have a little salt?
Over here?
A dash of salt then.
More?
A little more. That looks good. Put your hands in it, just kind of get it to kind of a doughy consistency. Looking good there. How do you feel?
I feel great. I just realized, though, it takes a lot longer to prepare than it does to eat.
That's right.
That's for sure.
That's looking good. The one thing, you don't want to overwork the dough. So you just want to kind of get some good beads going in there. Just kind of cut that in there. It's looking good. This ice water, this is real important for Christmas as I spill it. There we go. Not a lot of water, but that's just enough. And now it should just form into one consistent ball there.
Okay.
Put on some of this Cajun seasoning. Just right there. And here is some white pepper. Ooh. That'll be fine. And this is Bon Appetit. You use this all the time, right?
They say it in every restaurant, so it must be.
It's got celery. Yeah, it's a combination of celery and onion, primarily, and a little pepper. There we go. Now I put the oven on 330. I'm going to put this in there for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm going to watch it. That's good to go. I know you're getting hungry, but don't go anywhere. This foodie call's not over. You're watching Haley's Foodie Call. All right, well, got these great blueberries, 2 packets of them, and while Al peels the apples, we're gonna do a fried apple with pecans, a little bit of raisins, a little bit of ginger there. Tiffany and I are gonna get the cobblers. We're gonna keep going. I got some lemon juice here and some vanilla and a little bit of butter. We pulled out earlier. Salt in here.
How much sugar?
Just be generous with it. I'm gonna do some brown sugar. I'll let it go. Let it.
More?
Yeah. Okay, that's
Good?
fine. That's fine. That looks good. And do you want to add some vanilla?
Sure.
And I'm going to put in some lemon juice. Lemon juice, again, I mentioned before, is imperative for a fruit pie. It brings the tartness of it so the fruit won't taste flat. Cool. Perfect.
Good.
And just ever so gingerly so that we don't mush up the berries. We just make sure they all get coated in the sugar and brown sugar and vanilla. Oh, I pulled out some ginger. We're gonna, here, you keep folding, fold, and yeah. Just a little ginger for interest there. Oh, and we have some orange zest. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there as well. Here, you're gonna make a tart, and I'm sorry, a cobbler. Grab some dough, about a ball, and just press it into place at the bottom and let it come up the sides. You're doing all right. That looks good. Probably that's probably enough apples after you finish that one. That's going to be okay.
By the way, I had a question too. Is this part of cooking?
That's the best part of the cooking.
I'm going to start this, okay?
Yeah.
And how small do you want it? Like,
yeah, that'll work. But if you wanted to go vertically, there you go.
Oh, vertically.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Not that it mattered, but that'll just, yeah, if you
and then
one
the other way.
into 3. There you go. No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. I'm going to start assembling. I'm going to put in, this is what we're going to do. After you get in there, do a couple of spoonfuls of blueberries. I said a couple, we'll make it 3.
3 spoonfuls of blueberry.
3 spoonfuls of blueberry. Then we're going to take some of the phyllo dough, which I just totally messed up, but that's okay. And then we're going to just layer a layer of phyllo in between. And then we're going to put in another couple of spoonfuls of blueberries. Uh-oh, we're going to run out of... do it again. We might have to do a combination of phyllo. Then we're going to do the patchwork on top, as I talked about before. We're just going to make like what looks like little flat cookies.
Okay.
We're not going to roll out a top. All right, how you doing there? You ready to?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. They're ready to go in with the apples.
Okay. Just sort of on top.
Yes. Perfect. All right. It's been a lot of pastries and strudel. Yes. Not a whole lot, just enough. Maybe one more like that. That's enough. That'll do it. All right, just squirted that lemon juice in there and put some brown sugar in with this. Just 2, that'll be enough. 2.5. There we go. You gonna watch that? It's on a slow eye, it's gonna cook slow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll just let it cook and let you take care of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm put a little cinnamon and nutmeg in the apples. All right, Tiffany and I just finished getting the cobblers together, and look at that. Look at hers. Hers are great. We're gonna get them in the oven, and I put it in a pan of hot water down here at the bottom. I have it on 350, and just place some so that they're over the pan in case they drip. It'll drip into that pan of hot water and not into the oven.
That's so smart.
Turn those around. And we're going to watch those and baste the top with butter periodically, and just kind of watch them till they get golden. You're a pro.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Next, we're going to make the corn grits, kind of a corn pudding, corn grits variation. So stick with this. It's going to be really good. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Foodie Call will be right back. You're watching Haley's Foodie Call. Hey,
How's it
buddy.
coming?
It's going good.
Smells
How's
delicious.
it smell? Does it smell good? How do you feel about helping me make something for us to drink with this?
Okay.
What do you feel like? What do you think would be good?
Maybe some tea.
Tea, okay.
Like iced tea.
All right. Well, why don't you get the tea and we can brew some.
Okay.
Oh. All right, Cecily has finished this great, delicious tea. It's got lime in it, and it's got oranges, and it has lemon in it, right? We're ready to eat, and it looks delicious. What we have here is the pork loin filled with the peppers and herbs from Michelle's garden. We have the fried apples that Al made, fried apples, raisins, and pecans. And then we have the corn grits, fresh corn off the cob grits with the cheese. This is going to be delicious. And then lastly, we have Cecily's iced tea. We're ready to serve this hip and homey meal.
Wow.
This looks delicious.
You can taste the different flavors in the pork loin. Is that good?
That's amazing.
The apples are like dessert.
I've never had pork like that.
Oh, this is very different. Very good flavor.
Really good.
Because I thought stuffing like in the middle instead of in the sides like that, but how pretty.
Yeah.
Great, I have to try. I've never had corn grits.
But you haven't. You guys have had corn grits? You have?
You're gonna like them.
Am I gonna like them?
Oh, this is so good.
Next, I was nervous when he put the nut. You know, when he asked for a nutmeg.
I know. That's why I think
But it's
you were
very
slow
good.
in finding the nutmeg.
I don't even know what nutmeg is, but it's good. You put the pork, the apple, the walnut, all in one bite.
Oh, I don't know if I can stand it.
It's like a package of flavor.
Well, I guess we're going to have Haley at least once a week here preparing dinner.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. As long as you invite us over.
All right, and now we have Tiffany's blueberry cobbler.
Wow.
Today's foodie call was real interesting. Our theme was hip and homey because the Lucias had the grandkids visiting. I think we accomplished that theme by having a real interesting meal. What we did is a pork loin, which is real versatile. There's so many different directions we could have gone with that. And we went a pretty traditional route, but we infused it with peppers and garlic from Michelle's garden, and it was just really delicious, as well as the corn grits using fresh corn and cheese. We had the fried apples with pecans that Al helped with. Tiffany made a great blueberry cobbler. And lastly, Cecily did a delicious iced tea. Well, the next time you have a teen and a tween visiting from out of town and you just don't know what to do, make a foodie call.
Make a foodie call!